Hey, I wanted to ask you, Paul McCartney is calling the Stones a blues cover band, and then Mick took a shot at Paul last night. I mean, these guys are kind of old. Does the need to ever be the best ever go away?
I mean, it is. There's something kind of adorable about, these two old legends. And I love both of them. Like, I know them a little bit.
Yeah.
The truth is, the Rolling Stones, when they started, they were a cover band.
Yeah.
I guess that was like, and maybe this is not interesting or relevant to anyone, but there was this schism. Like, Brian Jones wanted the Stones to be a cover band. And apparently Mick and Keith were like, no, we want to write our own songs. So I guess historically, like if we're talking about the early 60s, Paul McCartney's not wrong, but clearly the Stones have gone on to do a lot more. But it is funny, I guess, to your point, nothing's ever enough for anyone. Mick Jagger and Paul McCartney, the most revered, successful musicians of all time, have sold hundreds of millions of records, and I guess they still find things to bitch about.
That's true. Who do you think is the bigger band, the Stones or the Beatles?
I feel like greater minds than mine have been trying to figure that out for a long time.
Yeah.
They're both phenomenal.
If you had to pick one, who can't you live without?
Honestly, right now, but it might change 2 minutes from now.
Okay.
Right now, I hate to say it, I'd probably pick the Stones.
You pick why?
Because that period from like 1965, from like Out of Our Heads until Some Girls, was phenomenal. I mean, granted, I guess there's also the fact that the Stones had a lot more time to make music.
Well, they stayed together.
Yeah, the Beatles had 7 or 8 years, and the Stones have had 50 or 60 years. So like, just their body of work, but like that, right now I'm really obsessed with that 1967, like, Satanic Majesty's Request Stones period.
Okay.
Until about Goat's Head Soup. Obviously they did a lot of other great things, but that like 5-year period was remarkable.
And isn't like the real win, like, staying together? I mean, that's something the Beatles couldn't attain.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, for me, selfishly, the real win is that both Paul McCartney and Mick Jagger and the Stones and the Beatles just made so much phenomenal music.
Yeah.
And you go back and compare that to like, a lot of creative output now, and it's like, to have just created so much music that is so beloved and emotional and beautiful.
Yeah.
That's the win.
One last question. Let me hit you with this real quick, and then I'll let you go. Brown Sugar, they took the song out of their set. Is that a mistake? I mean, how do you feel about that?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You're sort of asking me to step into the minefield of like looking at cultural context, looking at cultural appropriation. All I can say is that as a 56-year-old cisgendered white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, I feel like no one should listen to my opinion about anything pertaining to like cultural context and appropriation. Like that's a debate for younger, smarter, less inbred people than me.
Well, I mean, isn't that smart in itself? Is that you're looking to new generations to...
Yeah, I feel like my opinion about that, even if I had an opinion, I would be foolish to share it, and people absolutely should not take me seriously.
Well, that's fair. I just wonder, I guess, how do we learn from history if we erase it?
Yeah, that's a wonderful point. And context is always changing. I do think infighting doesn't accomplish anything. Like, there are bigger problems. Like people screaming at each other on social media. So oftentimes, all it does is create hostility and negativity. There's a lot of room to address problems in the past without trying to attack the people involved. Like, I think being a little more forgiving, a little more accepting, less judgmental would serve, I mean, I feel like I'm a greeting card right now, but like it would serve us all pretty well.